decided to restore the fields as I'm keen on increasing biodiversity across the whole farm really, and feel that these old floodplain meadows are a sort of unique habitat, and it would be wonderful to have a good diversity of plant species within them, and then all the soil life and insects and everything else that will come from that. Well, I've only had the management of the farm for the last 2 and a bit years. So the first thing I did was I bought some green hay from the local wildlife trust. That's the bee bout one for our counties, and that was from Meadows farm. And before that came, the ground was scarified to really try and expose about 50% bare earth. And I did it on certain areas of the meadows, not on my sort of very best hay bit. And then the hay was brought over and chopped and spread all on the same day, because that's how you get the maximum benefit from the seed apparently. And so that was done, but I haven't seen a great diversity arriving straight away, but maybe one has to wait a few years. And then it flooded quite soon afterwards, and I was wondering whether actually a lot of it was washed away. But we did see the sort of, you could see the hay there. And now I'm planning to certainly make hay on one of the fields every year, which will be stored in the barn. We don't necessarily want to make hay on all the fields because of barn space, and we need it for livestock as well. And so we also do quite a lot of silage making for the livestock. And also we need to we do a lot of herbal lays, which are good for silage, and then we need to be able to graze the meadows reasonably early in the year, otherwise we run out of meadow space. The calendar date of haymaking will vary because it will depend on the season, whether and the rain and all that sort of stuff, but I think it's an art that's rather been lost. So I'm a fairly new farmer, and I do have a lot of sympathy with farmers who are pushed to really maximise production, which often means that there isn't much ability to leave space for nature. I think most farmers want to have nature on their farm, and they love it if orchids appear or birds are nesting and that sort of thing. But that's why the stewardship, I do think that the countryside stewardship funding is so important for small, less intensive farmers, so that they can actually make a living from their land. For me as a farmer, to really be able to maximise the biodiversity and say revert to the old ways of doing things, I would need help. It might be some financial help to sort of make up for lost production, and perhaps capital schemes as well for putting up infrastructure like barns to make the hay.